So thank you all, Tiffany and Stacy, members of the staff and board, and all the friends and supporters of VRFC who are here tonight. I usually don't have any trouble talking, but I am feeling a little bit, having a little bit of difficulty tonight. I'm honored and I'm humbled to be here. And so I'd like to speak for a moment about gratitude. Let me start by saying how grateful I am to the incredible team at the RLC. You have given me the opportunity to work with you these past 20 plus years. I guess for as long as VRLC has been VRLC. You're always willing to take on the most difficult, most challenging matters. And your dedication to protecting the rights of sexual assault survivors is unmatched. And I'm grateful to all the Shining Star recipients before me, including my friends and colleagues, and the folks that I worked with at Foley Hawaii, my law firm, for all of these years. Most especially Rebecca Casabon, who's here tonight. It's true, I'm incredibly fortunate. I began my career as a summer associate at Foley Hawaii back in 1986, right? And I've been at that firm for my whole career. And because of that, I've gotten to work with these incredible people, a lot of whom are here, and many of whom have worked on VRLC matters over the decades because of this opportunity. So thank you for that. Would be remiss not to say I'm grateful for my wife, Tracy, who reminds me to stay open for possibilities that we might not realize are there. As I said, I began my career as a lawyer at Foley Hawaii 35 years ago, a little more than that now. And I started my legal work with survivors around that time. Some friends of mine who started with me began what has become the Foley Hawaii Domestic Violence Project in the beginning of 1989. The firm threw resources behind it, and year after year after year, dedicated lawyers invested their own time in taking on these cases. We've been at it ever since. That's a bittersweet thought, that we have been at this. I've been at it since 1989. And there are plenty of folks here who have been at it as long or longer. And that we still have to be at it, that we still have to stand up for victims in the criminal justice system who are being repeatedly victimized by their perpetrators again and again and again in the system. We still have to do that today. That is a sad thing. But the fact that we are all here is reassuring. It's the power that comes from this dedication, the dedication of all of you. Back then when I started, I had role models that I looked to as a really young lawyer. People like Tony Wolfman and many others who taught me how to be a lawyer and who taught me what it meant to represent a client. And it particularly taught me what it meant to represent a client who was a survivor of a sexual assault, domestic violence. Clients like Jennifer, or Beth, or Samuel, or so many others that we represented over the years, who show what courage and perseverance is really all about. That's what brought me to be able to work with VRLC, and it is what enables me and motivates me to bring others at my firm and elsewhere to work with VRLC on these cases. So tonight, it's a celebration not of any one person, but of the Victim Rights Law Center and the work that it does for survivors that it serves. I'm truly fortunate to have been in a position to be able to do something. That's both a blessing and it's a challenge. Others who are speaking here tonight are far more eloquent than I am about this. My hope is that we hear that and that we take up that challenge. So please do whatever you can to support VRLC tonight and going forward. Thank you.